All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video by yours truly. We're going to be pretty much going over these new free-to-play light cones and giving our honest thoughts on them. I already took a good little gander at them. Some are good and some are just, but I'll try to shed some light on what they're capable of doing and what are the pros and cons of them. So let's go ahead and get into it. So starting off with this first one, we have the Destruction Path, Flames Afar with the robot on it. And this is pretty much a very niche light cone. You pretty much can only use it on a character that takes their own HP. But furthermore, they have to take a bare minimum of 25% of their HP. Let's go ahead and read it out. When the cumulative HP loss of the wearer during a single attack exceeds 25% of their max HP, or if the amount of their own HP consumed at one time is greater than 25% of their max HP, you can heal yourself for 15% of that, and then you get a damage bonus for the next 2 turns with a 1-turn downtime. So I went ahead and screenshot what they look like at S5 so people can have a good general idea. This bad boy is a 50% damage bonus at S5, which is actually a fat freaking damage bonus, and we got some heals going up in there too. But the problem is Arlon can't use it, and if Arlon can't use it, well then this is garbage because I'm not throwing this on my Blade who has a signature light cone. No, but truth be told, I think when we look at these free-to-play options, we have to lower the standards of what we already own on our account. These are not for like somebody like me. These are for like brand new players, right? So I think this is actually a great beginner light cone for new players to gain access to. If you're a new player, the problem is if you don't own Blade, you can't use this, which can be a foreshadowing that a character is coming right around the corner that's going to belong to the Destruction Path who will be able to take their own HP. Maybe it's Sam. I don't know, but that's cool. That's got to be a foreshadowing, right? Surely, because Blade's the only character in the game right now. And honestly, if it's a free-to-play light cone, it can also be a bit of a foreshadow that maybe a 4-star destruction character is coming who takes their own HP. I'm not sure, but food for thought. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, we got Final Victor. This one I'm not a fan of. We'll go ahead and go through it. Increase the wearer's attack by 12%. In fact, let's go ahead and bring up the S5 version. All right, so increase the wearer's attack by 20% when the wearer lands a crit hit on enemies. They will gain a stack of good fortune. So landing crit hits gives you stacks, and those crit hits can occur consecutively. So somebody like Yang Xing has a skill where he goes like 4 ticks. I imagine you're going to get all 4 stacks within those 4 ticks. Usually when they describe it like that, that's pretty much what it implies. So I'm 99% certain that that's how it works, but there's always that one chance where you're like, what the hell? Every stack of good fortune the wearer has will increase their crit damage by 12%. Good fortune will be removed at the end of the wearer's turn. It's like, bro, they butcher you on these free-to-play light cones on these conditions. Like, expiring this at the end of the turn is the biggest turnoff for me. Now, you can get a 48% crit damage boost with a free non-conditional 20% attack. That's nice, but the 48% crit damage boost, first of all, it needs to be on a character that can tick 4 times in one turn. Otherwise, you don't even get the full condition. Second of all, it needs to be on a character who can take advantage of this in one single turn. Now, I'd like to pop out of here real quick to give you some insight. Case in point, Topaz and Numby. Numby attacks outside of Topaz's turn. So that light cone for a Topaz player who's free to play is dog shit, right? But again, you have to take this into consideration with, I guess, free to play players. Free to play players are going to have Dan Hung and Su Shang. These two can actually take advantage of that light cone while also hitting the 4-stack bonus. So, well, Su Shang, I think she only hits 3 times unless you have her enhanced state of the sword dance. I think Dan Hung though for sure. Bro mixing masters, right? But Dr. Ratio, who's a free character, he only hits 2 times with a skill and then another time with his follow-up. So that's just 3 stacks. But it's like you just use the Herder Store light cone on him and that's free to play. Yang Xing could use it. So you would use his skill and then you would get 4 stacks. But they only would apply on the next turn, right? So you have a 50% uptime on it. I don't know, it's ass cheeks. She could use it on her Resurgence, but why the hell would you use that on your Ciela? Like, it's just such an inferior option to everything else you have available. Yeah, I legit, I'll be honest with you, that light cone is like dog shit in my personal opinion. I just don't see this being any good, man. It's booty cheeks. All right, so yeah, that's about all we can say about that one. Now, the day the Cosmos fell, Erudition. Erudition, I swear, it gets all the love on the light cone free-to-play department. Like, the other one was one of the best free-to-play light cones as well. And now we have this one that's also very easy to fulfill the conditions. First of all, you get a free 24% non-conditional attack boost. And then when a wearer uses an attack, I'll just make it simple for you. If you have a Erudition unit and you hit at least a bare minimum of 2 units that are weak to the element of the character you hit them with, they have to obviously, so it's a pseudo AoE. You're gonna get a 40% crit damage bonus for 2 turns. Every Erudition unit has AoE, right? Every single one of them has AoE. So it's so freaking easy to fulfill this condition for Erudition units. It's like, why? How is it so? Why would you give this to the Erudition class and not give it to the Hunt Path class? It's cringe, man. But yeah, I mean, there's a number of variables that go into there, into that argument. Like Hunt Path characters getting that bonus is cracked. So I do understand, but I don't understand. Like they just butchered the condition on the Hunt Path characters, but of course they did. This light cone costs $0. Makes perfect sense. But this is really good. This is actually a universal light cone for all Erudition characters. I would even say, what's the other one? 24% damage bonus with a 24% attack boost, something like that, I believe. I mean, we can look at it. We can double check. Let's make sure I'm not capping there. Light cones, Erudition. The other one is right here. Let's top this off. Yeah, 24. Yeah, dude, that other light cone is quite literally an upgrade to this, if I'm being honest. I mean, this is nice, but the other light cone's better. That's just a massive W, honestly. Let me look at that one more time. Make sure I'm not tripping. Increase the wearer's attack. When the wearer uses an attack, yeah, just hit 2 units, make sure they're weak against your element at the same time, and boom, you got a 40% crit damage bonus. Just outright buff. What the hell, bro? That's crazy. That's a nice free-to-play buff. But you know what I learned, I have my free-to-play account. You get a lot of Erudition units. You get Xing Shui, you get Serval, and who else do you get? Hell, I feel like I'm missing one more Erudition unit. Well, even those 2 though, that's pretty good. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Characters. I'm like brain dead right now. I'm trying to think. Oh, there, I knew I was tripping. You get Xing Shui, Serval, and Herta. And if your luck ain't that good, you get a Himiko. But these days, Himiko pops off, so then your luck is now good. But basically, dude, you get so many Erudition units in this game. These 3 quite literally come to you for free. So, or they come to you inevitably and gotcha. So yeah, man, that's a W, and I need that shit on my free-to-play account. So I really like this light cone. This is nice. All right, moving on. Harmony light cone, this shit is dog water. I'll be honest with you. This shit is so dog water. One of the reasons it's dog water is because it's competing with banger ass Harmony options, right? But again, even from a free to play level, if I lower my standards and don't compare it to what I have, it's still dog shit. You have to use abilities to fulfill the conditions of a damage bonus given to your DPS. Case in point, if I use my Ting Yun's Benediction buff to give to Jing Yuan, he gets a skill damage bonus. A skill damage bonus. My Jing Yuan, what the hell is he going to do with a skill damage bonus? But if I use a basic attack with her, he gets a basic attack damage bonus. It's like, this shit is so niche. It's like a worse version of Planetary Rendezvous. Because I could see it being useful in a number of scenarios. If you have 2 DPSs in 1 Harmony, all using their skills all the time, they just use skill, then you got a pseudo Planetary Rendezvous there. But it's awful. After the wearer uses a basic attack skill or ultimate, all allies gain childishness, which increases the damage dealt by the corresponding ability they used by 20%. Childishness can only take effect with the most recent ability used by the wearer and cannot be stacked. Like I said, if you do a basic attack with your Harmony unit and your DPS is not a basic attack character, yeah, I mean, that's just ass cheeks. I don't know what else to tell you. And then furthermore, sometimes you need to use the Harmony character's skill to like buff them or do whatever, maybe reactivate uptime on a buff. So you're going to use their skill and then it falls out of synchronization. Yeah. I mean, God, bro, butchering on this light con. This is like, again, a 2 out of 10 light con in my personal opinion. All right, moving on. Now this one is good. This is a damn good light con, but they gate kept it with one condition on it. This is what, Showtime? I think this is the fourth one. Oh wait, no, what's that called? Self amusement. Never mind. I'm sorry. It's this one. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Yeah, self amusement. 30% damage bonus and a 36% attack increase. Let's read through it. When the wearer inflicts a debuff on an enemy, they gain a stack of trick. Every stack of trick increases the wearer's damage dealt by 10% for a max 3 stacks. So basically 3 debuffs equals 30% damage bonus, and it lasts for 1 turn. This is a Silver Wolf light cone or a Black Swan light cone. I'll just go ahead and tell you, and it's obviously for DPS purposes. It's good. It's a great free to play option for Black Swan, if I'm being honest. This is a solid ass light cone for Black Swan, in my opinion. Yeah, okay. I just looked. It's she can defensive shred, the Arcana stacks, which, to be fair, I'm actually not entirely sure those even count as debuffs. They should. There's no way they don't. And then her ult puts Epiphany on their head. So those are 3 debuffs right there, but you have to have her ult up to get all 3. But it only lasts for 1 turn, which is an L. And then you have to have 80% effect hit rate or higher, and you get a free 36% attack boost. Again, that's really good for both Black Swan and Silver Wolf. But the only other unit I could possibly think that can make use of this is Gwenhyphen. Gwenhyphen can put her Fire Kiss, her Burn Dot, and her Effect Resist debuff to the enemy's effect resistance. Those are 3 debuffs as well. So Gwenhyphen, Silver Wolf, and Black Swan can make use of this light con. It's a good light con. What I like about it is for Gwenhyphen, she has a 100% base chance to land her debuffs. So you really only need 60% effect hit rate, right? But in certain scenarios, it's nice to have a little bit more. What you could do is put an effect hit rate main stat on your Gwenhyphen on the body, and she's still going to get a 36% attack increase while also getting 80% effect hit rate, which will literally guarantee all her debuffs to always land all the time. So that is a way of going about it. This is an option for Gwenhyphen. It's not bad, but none of these light cones are like, obviously, I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious that they're free to play targeted. It's just insane. Like I was hoping it would be a little bit better. This one though is truly not bad. I give this a 6.5 out of 10. Now we got this one. This is actually a really good light cone, just for one very simple reason. It's a unique light cone in the preservation class. It is the only preservation light cone that gives you effect resistance as a free conditional stat, which is insane. And when you S5 it, 20%, a whopping 20% effect resistance you can give to your preservation unit. So that's beautiful, guys. I don't think you understand. It helps them to resist debuffs from enemies, which is nice. It also helps you fulfill the condition of that one relic set where you give 10% crit damage to your whole party. That's nice. And then it gives you a damage bonus. That's also quite unique. It's not the only one to give a damage bonus. There's some pay to win ones, but the fact that this is completely free, this is a very good light cone, and I can see some uses for it with a number of characters. The effect resistance alone makes it valuable, but then we got the defense, which increases your damage dealt to all abilities that the character owns by a portion of how much defense you have. Essentially, if you have 4,000 defense on your unit, you get a 48% damage bonus to their entire kit. Now, there's not many units that can do that, right? There's Japard, which you don't give a damn about Japard doing damage. Like, who's doing damage with Japard, bro? All right, you reach it. Fire Trailblazer might pop off with this. I can see the Fire Trailblazer putting in some work with this. I personally prefer Break Effect Trailblazer, but yeah, you know, he can put some work in with this. And Fu Xuan could also, she wouldn't hit 4,000 defense. She'll hit maybe 2,000, max 2,500, but she get a nice little damage bonus from that, which is nice on Fu Xuan, and some effect resistance. And then finally, they definitely are foreshadowing Aventurine on this one. No doubt about it. Aventurine gonna be doing some damage, bro. Like, what the hell else are we gonna use this for? All right, maybe I'm capping. All right, so let's move on to the next one. What is real? It's got Gallagher's picture on it. I'll be real. Who the f in the abundance path is taking advantage of break effect? Bro, let's go back up in here. Hold on. Who the hell? None of these. Lorcha is the only guy, and Lynx, if you get lucky on breaking on her being the one to break the shield. Like, when is Lynx ever gonna break a shield? Lorcha and Lynx Natasha is also, well, bleed's good, right? But again, you're not breaking shields with these characters. Like their shield breaking is dog shit. Lorch is the only one, but you don't want break effect on Lorch. Who gives a damn about break effect on Lorch, right? Who gives a shit? So I think about, God damn, boy, Natasha, put them things away. I can't even focus right now. Lord have mercy on my soul. Increase awareness break effect by 24. In fact, if you S5 it, pull that up. If you S5 it, it's 48%. That's a nice amount of break effect. But on an abundance character, it leads me to believe, another foreshadow, that this mother right here scales with break effect. So and he's a 4-star, so he's free to play friendly. So it makes sense if a free to play friendly light cone drops and then Gallagher drops and he scales with break effect. That's got to be a foreshadow, because what the hell else are you going to use this on? But see, these light cones are like very niche, and I think they're specifically tailored towards free to play players. That's the best I can think about it, which I guess I can unravel what Gallagher does, because I dead ass don't know what he does. Okay, hold on. Where's basic attack restored amount equal to 4% of max HP plus 800 for themselves? So he might have a valuable basic attack. He has to be break effect. There's no way he's not, right? 4-star healer, free to play light cone. His picture is actually on it. Now, all the time, it's not always the case where the picture's on it, but given the context that I just provided, this has to be a light cone for him. Maybe he has a valuable basic attack too that does something. Who knows? But those are all my thoughts, guys. Yeah, these light cones are for the most part all pretty damn mid, minus the preservation one. That one's solid. I like Showtime. That one's solid. And I like the Air Edition. Stay getting W's in the light cone department, bro. But thanks for watching. Let me know your comments down below, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.